So we are the Practical Advantage team for the Growler Station. My name is Steven, I'm the account executive. This is Bree, Hamed, and Taylor, and this is our campaign. Starting off with Bree for the background.
Okay, so the history of the Growler Station is it started in 2010 by two Connecticut brew pub owners who just were fed up with the beer that they sent home with consumers, losing its integrity the moment they left the pub. So they created a system that uses CO2 and counter pressure technology to fill growlers that produce fresher tasting, longer lasting, and foamless beer. And here we have the Pegasus Novatap and the Pegasus Craft Tap. The Novatap is meant to fill plastic 64 and 32 ounce growlers, and the Craft Tap is for glass growlers. And I'll pass it over to Hamed for situation analysis.
Thank you. A little bit about the background and situational analysis. The Growler Station is based in Irvine, known by the craft beer community across the U.S., very well known. However, even though they are very well known, the product is not widely accepted or used by breweries. They had a great product, but are struggling with recognition and initial investment of putting the system into breweries. What does the Growler Station need? Ultimately, they need to get the products into breweries across the U.S. They need to turn the skeptics into believers and increase the following via social media, Twitter, Facebook, as well as LinkedIn. They also want to create a mailer to send out to breweries to get exposure. As far as the consultation, it went very well. We received a briefing on the history of the Growler Station. We met everyone in person. That was pretty awesome. We talked about the positives and negatives of the previous Practical Advantage group. We talked about their needs and their expectations and asked tons of great questions. That's all I have. I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Taylor, and he'll cover SWOT analysis.
All right, so when we did our SWOT analysis, we looked at it like a normal consumer would look at the Growler Station. Their strengths being that they're the main distributor of the Novatap system in the U.S. No one else has it, no one else can sell it. It looks cool, and it's cost effective when you're talking about waste. The weaknesses are that the name the Growler Station is really misleading. For a general consumer, they hear Growler Station, they think this is a brewery, they sell beer, where like they show up, where's the beer at? Well, they make the equipment, so that's really not one of their strong suits. And with social media being as important as it is today, they were lacking in literally all areas of it. Not having an Instagram page, their Facebook page had hardly any likes, their LinkedIn page was non-existent. Twitter, they didn't even follow up on it. Their opportunities, we thought they should capitalize on the money-saving technology that they have with, the beer equipment, how it eliminates waste and it saves money in the long run per keg, and market the preservation qualities that the equipment gives to the beer. And quality is such an important factor in today's lifestyle. People think when they spend a lot of money on something, this better be good quality, it better last, and it better do what it's supposed to do. And the Growler Station, the equipment is very expensive. The threats were really the geographic restrictions for alcohol laws in California. Being a California-based company, they really wanted to get into local breweries, microbreweries, startups, everything around here. And with California laws, it's tough to do that. So with that being said, we're going to pass over to Steven for our goals.
Thanks, Taylor. So kind of jumping off what Taylor said a little bit about the weaknesses, our first goal is we wanted to provide clarity for the Growler Station. So by that being our goal, our first objective was to develop an event where people could come experience the equipment firsthand. And while we were there, we also filmed the event, and we were able to get qualitative testimonials of people's reactions to what they experienced. And so we've got a little bit of a video to show.
could tell the total difference. It was like night and day. The traditional tap, after 4 days, you can even physically, like you can see it was a different color, some of them, and then you can see the carbonation, of course, foam. With the craft tap, you can see foaming after 30 days compared to the 30-day traditional tap. You can see any foam and a slight color change. And like I said, it was flat. 4, 10, and 30-day craft tap were all self-carbonated, had a good crisp taste. So even after 30 days, it's still just
even just by looking at the beer, you can tell the ones that you guys poured and the ones that are poured regularly, just off the bat, like there's no context. Definitely by taste, you can tell the taste, aroma, everything. I highly recommend it. Yeah, definitely.
From the 4-day to the 30-day, the flavors were pretty much the same. The carbonation was a little bit different.
Right.
I mean, if I was to open a 30-day growler, I wouldn't throw it out with the way that it tastes.
Right.
And it's still good enough to drink after 30 days. I really like the way they kept it. The flavor
still tasted crisp.
Yeah, the flavor was throughout.
We wanted to build awareness, and we felt that building them a LinkedIn page, a personal LinkedIn page, where they could connect with breweries and like-minded craft beer enthusiasts, that they would be able to kind of get their name and their product out there to people who care about it. And so far we have an established page, and we have over 200 likes, or 200 connections. Our third and final goal was to ultimately build lead generations for them. And so the first objective was to create a mailer for them to use for a direct mailing campaign. To tie into the lead generation, we had included a coupon that was a special rate for new microbreweries, in addition to emphasizing or highlighting their presence at the Craft Brewers Conference that they attend every year. And our second objective was to develop a raffle at the Craft Brewers Conference. They raffled off one of their systems, and we were kind of behind the idea of it. And there, they were able to collect over 100 business cards that ultimately gave them lead generations. And so I'm going to pass it back over to Bree for the key audience and messages.
Okay. The key audience that were, like previously to the Growler Station, targeted retailers for their Growler Station Express. So places like Albertsons, where consumers can go fill a growler and just take it home. We wanted to change the key audience to craft brewers and microbreweries and nanobreweries and brew pubs that are opening. Hundreds are opening annually due to the new craft beer craze, and the craft beer industry has seen 15% increase in sales every year. So we targeted Craft Brewers Association as well, because most of them are like-minded beer individuals who are registered through the state of California and ultimately the consumer we need. And I'm going to pass it over to Ahmed for strategies and tactics.
Thank you. Before I get started on strategies, tactics, and tools, a relevant quote that we thought resonated very well is this. According to Hey Whipple This, Luke Sullivan believes the key to success in any medium is to think creatively about different media where your message can appear. Play out the day in your life of your customer, see where it matches up with the world of your product, and then just screw around with it. We believe from the beginning of the campaign that these three mediums would be the three most effective mediums to bring about creativity in our product. Strategy number one would be engaging with beer enthusiasts through LinkedIn. Just to throw some statistics at you on LinkedIn, 1 in 3 professionals have an account on LinkedIn, so it's extremely important and relevant. Number two, make a mailer to send through to breweries across the nation. And 3, create a visual media with first-hand testimonials. And some of the tools that we use, LinkedIn, of course, connecting with microbreweries, YouTube, posting a video and getting recognition, the mailer, a list of clients to connect with and bring awareness. And that's all I have for tools. I'm going to pass it to Bree, and she will go over calendar and budgets.
Okay, so this is an image of our calendar from first to last day of school. We had the client consultation and then the days we tracked the beers for the event. budget, we didn't really get a direct budget, but the Growler station assumed all costs of tapping the beers and and providing each guest with 2 growlers. So that was a plus for us as well. And then everything at the craft brewers conference and like the Nova talk that they gave out to. And I'll pass it to Taylor for continuing.
All right, so we knew going in that getting projects completed, used, and seeing results from them in the span of this one semester was going to be a tough task in itself. So with that being said, our campaign is really built for the long haul with the Growler Station. Our outcomes that we completed were developed the LinkedIn page, we made connections with breweries, we kind of started building awareness throughout the professional community. Our direct mailer had the promotional coupon on it, so people who were hesitant are now, maybe not as hesitant to go ahead and go with the purchase because they do get a discount on it. The taste test testimonial, tongue twister, was really cool. It was a lot of fun to shoot. We posted the video on YouTube, we tracking hits on that. We shared it on all of the social media platforms, and we measured the amount of the total video views. And that's one of the things also where it's not something that you're going to see direct results in one day. With the video, was really designed for them to take it to the craft beer conference, have it play in their booth in the background, so people are not only who don't have time to sit and watch or talk to people can see what happens, how the equipment works, what the concept is behind the equipment itself. And the raffle at the conference that they went to was really just a way for them to generate leads, get people who are interested to give their information, and generating over 100 leads could possibly lead to sales, but it was really more aiming to build awareness to the product and get leads for the Growler Station. And then for our measurement of success, our shotgun style approach with this was, kind of hitting different mediums with everything, not really so much, throw it at the wall and see what sticks, but kind of just touch base with every medium and kind of start small and build our way up. So we'll be able to measure all the different types of success, but it's all going to be over time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So if they continue to use our strategies and all of our tactics, they should be able to see long-term results and hopefully generate more and more awareness to their product. But with our objectives itself, we did successfully complete all of our objectives. We made the LinkedIn, we developed the direct mailer, we made the video, we came up with the idea for the raffle. So all in all, we feel that our project was very successful, our campaign was very successful, and we really set up the Growler Station to be successful in the future.